From the Glen Cambell Museum in downtown Nashville, it's our host Keith Burns with the stories behind the songs.
Hey everybody, Keith Burns here, right here at the Rhinestone Stage. Welcome to this Las Vegas action-packed, on the edge of your seat, exciting extravaganza of epic proportions, unparalleled in the United States of America, labor-inducing, Take Me As I Am. Let's go to Vegas on a night like this show. That's where we're doing. We're right here at the Glen Cambell Museum, the gem of Lower Broad, and I am with, I've been looking forward to this show right here for a long time, for a while. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you my friend, my songwriting buddy, and somebody that sold us about 500,000 records, Karen Staley. Hello, Karen.
I am so glad to be here.
Welcome to Stories Behind the Songs.
And you got stories.
No, you got stories. That's why you're here. Listen.
I can tell mine.
Wait a minute. What are you saying? I can tell mine too. We go way back.
Yeah.
To when I first came to town, when I was just a young man.
You were playing for Diffie, and we were writing songs.
And we were writing songs, and you do that era. And we're going to get into all this. This is going to be really, really fun. We're going to get into all of it, especially because, you know, that the late 80s, all the 90s, that era.
Yeah.
Was a huge era for both of us.
Yes.
And, both learning, both working, writing, singing. We did it all back in that. And nobody was on the charts anymore as a songwriter and on stage with different acts in the late 80s and 90s than you were.
We did it all. And what's cool is it's had a come around. Now it's trending again with the kids. It's what the kids are listening to. They love the 90s. KarenStaley.org. That's who's trending these days. Before we get into, there's literally, I was looking at this page of stuff. You brought me a bio page, and normally this is still, it's just a conversation like we're at your house, which we've been at your house and grilled out, but you brought me this, and I'm looking down at it, and I'm going, man, this is like I already knew everything you've done, and I've already known things that you're a part of, which, all the way from being a founding, member of the Bluebird, which is one, and we'll get into all that, and we're going to get into who you played on stage with, and we're going to get into all your big hits. We're going to get into the big hit that sold Trick Pony a bunch of records and made you, I think, bought you a house. Help me buy a house for sure.
Okay, and we're going to get into all that. But before we do, here's where it kind of takes off for you, I think. Mm-hmm. Or here's where it kind of takes off with me knowing you, is Faith Hill.
Yes. So that was in the about 1992, 3, something like that.
Right.
I met Faith, and I'd known her for a couple years. I didn't even know she sang. She'd worked for Gary Morris, the singer, Wind Beneath My Wings, Gary Morris, worked for his company, and then she was working for Reba's company in the, T-shirts and stuff like that. And then I knew her, but I had no idea she could sing. So, when she played a showcase, a little showcase, I was like, oh my God, she's amazing.
She can wail.
Wailed.
Yeah.
So she got a deal on Warner Brothers, and then I went out with her for about a year, and that was a blast. Really great people, and that's when she met Tim and stuff, and they're just very generous with everything.
Right.
And so I got Take Me As I Am was before I went out with her, and that was kind of the
So you wrote
that.
Take Me As I Am.
With Bob DiPiero, yeah.
So she cut
That was the name of her first album.
Right. So
Yeah.
she cuts the song before you go out and do the band. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well,
so that was sort of the segue to that.
You know what? That's probably one of your, I don't know. I can't go down the list of all your hit songs and say what's 1, 2, 3, 4. Mm-hmm. I know you've had, it's hard to beat single or song of the year with Keeper of the Stars, but Take Me As I Am is kind of the first song that introduced me to you.
Yeah.
Because I would just moved to town in '90 with playing for Joe
right.
Diffie. Mm-hmm. So, well, do me a favor. it'd be a good time for all the people out there here on the Rhinestone stage if you would play that song and just give us just real quick. Give us a little bit of a story of how you got it cut.
Okay.
How you got it to her.
Again, bizarre how we even cut the song. I'm gonna bring I'm gonna bring my friend Doc Holliday here, who plays with me. He's gonna be in some other segments here too.
He is. He's gonna be on the show.
Yeah.
He's gonna be gracing this.
So
Glen
I said,
Cambell
don't just
Museum.
sit there on your butt. Get up here and play with me.
He's huge in Switzerland, y'all. He can't walk down the street without women ripping his clothes off.
Parts of Stockholm, he can't even go outside.
Stockholm.
Can't
that's
even go
what it is.
outside.
How you doing, Doc? Good to see you, buddy. And you brought your kids with you.
Yeah, they're back there watching.
They're back. Okay.
Yeah.
They're shooting pool on Glen Campbell's pool table.
So people say, how do you come up with songs? Because, we write daily for decades, you know.
lot, yes.
And this is a true story. I was meeting with Bob DePiro that day, and we hadn't got together for probably a year. We hadn't seen each other.
Right.
So he was going through a divorce, and we were talking about dating and gaining weight and him losing hair and him gaining hair in places I really didn't care to know about. But
Thank you, Karen.
anyhow, so we had a blast. So we couldn't think of anything to write about. So we did the next most professional thing. We went and got something to eat.
That's what we
So we
do.
go to this little coffee shop called Bongo Java, and I go in the restroom, and there's all this graffiti all over the stalls and stuff. And one thing just jumps out to me, is like lasers out to me. And it said, "Beauty is only a light switch away." So I thought that was hilarious. We come out there, we're like rolling, laughing about that. But we ended up coming back and writing the song, and the first line is, "Baby, don't turn out the lights. I want to see you look at me." So it ended up being, a song for Faith, who looks good in any light, I'm sure.
There you go.
Baby, don't turn out the lights. I want to see you look at me. Whisper only truth tonight, not just promises and empty fantasies. I don't need a bed of roses, 'cause roses wither away. All I really need is honesty, and someone with a strong heart, a gentle hand to take me as I am.
Woo! That is so cool. Well,
That's a blessing, that song for sure.
Well, we got Doc up here, so you get that song, "Take Me As I Am," huge song, and then now I know that you had Vegas with Faith too.
Yeah, that was afterwards.
how
So I had, the cool thing was, I had "Take Me As I Am,"
okay.
and that was actually a song with Little Big Town Music, not the group. There was a publishing company called Little Big Town, and then "Keeper of the Stars" got cut in between that time, and that was an interesting story. And then I was on the road with Faith, and she loved "Let's Go to Vegas," and we were opening for Alan Jackson.
Okay.
And so I told her she could do it, and then Alan Jackson, I don't know if he was just messing with me to make her mad, but he kept
Right.
saying, "Man, I wish I had this song, man, I wish I had that song." And Faith was, just starting out, and I'm like going, "Alan Jackson, Faith, oh my God," but I promised her. So what a lot of people don't know is when you write a song, the first person that cuts it, you have the license to allow them to do it.
Yes.
You can choose who does it, because several people wanted to cut it at that time, and of course we picked Faith. And then, but once it's out, either on the radio or the album's out in the stores, you have no control over who can cut it or whatever like that.
Right.
So she was like thinking, well, Mom might make it the third or fourth single or something like that. And I said, no, you don't understand. Now
Yeah.
that your album's out, you have to do it now.
Right.
Because if it goes to like 60 with an anchor with one of these other bozos,
Right.
so I was
Right.
literally had my hands around her neck going, "You don't understand. You have to put put it out. So I basically threatened her, and she put it out. But
Nice.
no,
It's
no.
a good threat.
But yeah, and then I got to be in the video, which was really fun.
I saw that.
Back when I was young and hot and skinny.
You look great.
Yeah, I looked
And
like Josie and the Pussycats.
You had like the.
I had a white telly. I had white
white guitar,
boots up to here,
white boot,
Up to
thigh-high
here,
boots, all the way up
little
to
mini skirt.
yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
And where did y'all shoot the video at?
In L.A.
In Lower Alabama, ladies and gentlemen. That's where they were. Lower.
And it was long because those boots were a size, half a size
Yeah.
small, and you had to wear them for like 10 hours, and they almost had to cut them off of me.
Well,
It was-
well, videos are ridiculously long. They shoot like
Yeah.
72 different scenes for
Yeah.
3 seconds of footage, and which is good about this. Our producer Ray out there, he just with this is like a conversation. So all they do is edit a little bit, but we don't have to keep running over what we're doing. And just want to give a quick shout out here once again. We're here at the Glen Cambell Museum, and on the Rhinestone stage, the gym, GEM, because everybody keeps thinking I'm saying gym, like gymnasium, the gym of Lower
Jewel.
Broad. And KJ is a dear friend of mine. He runs this place, and I'm telling you, folks,
it's beautiful.
it's gorgeous. I know y'all have taken a little bit of look around and into all that, but before we do, what I want you to do is give the people out there watching a little bit of background, where you came from, how you got here, what made you want to become a songwriter.
I was born in Weirton, West Virginia, yeehaw, and grew up right across the line in Hookstown, Pennsylvania. And
Hey, that's good.
Yeah, got hooks. Hooks for songs for sure. And it was a rural town, steel mill community. That's where all my family was in the steel mills. A little farther down in West Virginia was the coal mines and all like that. And then I went to college down there. But actually, true story, I had always dabbled in music, but I still can't even read music. I mean, I played trumpet in high school.
Nice.
You know, and did a little bit of singing, but I had such stage fright, I never really let anybody hear about it. But I was into sports a lot because I was into everything. So I hurt my back my senior year, and my music teacher could see that I was kind of floundering because I really didn't know what to do with my time.
Right.
And so she had a guitar, and she showed me the chords to Annie's song from John Denver.
Wow.
And completely changed. I never put the guitar down. I just was like, wow, and started playing and writing, and just tapped into something I didn't even know I had.
That's so
you know?
cool, though. Yeah.
And so I actually won this talent contest at the Wheeling Jamboree, which is on the same circuit as the Opry. Like they would do the Opry and then go to Wheeling Jamboree. That's where Brad Paisley's from, Wheeling, West Virginia. A host of people. And I kind of accidentally won this song. Was before American Idol and all that kind of stuff, you know.
Oh, you know what?
contest.
Like a county or a state kind of.
Yeah. So there's about 500 people in it. So
Oh wow.
what was interesting about it, there was 2 days of performing, and so I was on the second day, so I got to see everybody else perform. And so during that year, you know Deborah Allen, she's a friend of ours.
Absolutely.
She had a song called Baby I Lied that was a crossover pop hit. Well, that was like somebody doing Carrie Underwood, you know, hit. So every girl either did that or they went all the way back and did Patsy Cline Crazy.
Right.
Like, seriously, like 200 of them. And so I'm like going, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then I just decided out of the blue to do Old Chunk of Coal by John Anderson.
Wow.
And I really, honest to God, think the only reason I won was the judges were like kind of sleeping, and they went, "What?
What the heck is that?
She didn't sing Crazy or
Well,
Baby I Lied. You win." Thank you.
You win by default.
Default.
And the best advice Staley ever gave me was, must be present to win. So I always remembered that. So, ladies and gentlemen, God bless each and every one of you. Thanks again from the Rhinestone stage, the Glen Cambell Museum, the gym of Lower Broad. Karen Staley, we'll see you next time on Stories Behind the Songs.